Hello there everybody, you are the audience. My name is Supersonic Blur and welcome back to the next episode of Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time, we found ourselves below the fire pit, and now we have found ourselves here. We've also found not only Maya, but the Professor, who reappears right when they needed to help save Maya. For now though, well, we've kind of got... Oh, I love this. I just love this. Like, I thought this was a map painting at first, but then you move and it's like, oh, no, it's not. And I love that. I love that. I think that's really cool. But, well, we've got some hint coins to find, so let's have a look at that. Now, there's a second one. Give me the hint coin. Thank you. Now, though, we're in a bit of a weird spot. We don't really know what the hell's going on here. There's also a bunch of mysterious figures just hooded around who don't exactly seem too friendly, so much of this area looks the same. It would be easy to get lost, so stay close, Miss Faye. Yes, it would indeed. I thought we could just move by doing that, but no, we can't. Is there a hidden puzzle here, though? That's the real question. Ooh, 4 hint coins in this one. We're changing things up. You're giving me 4. That's not a multiple of 3 now. I'm not gonna feel awful. We should be safe here, Miss Faye. Are you hurt? Nope, I'm right as rain. Thank you for saving me back there. You look like you're back to normal, Professor. Not as shiny and way more talkative. What do you mean by back to normal? You were turned into gold, Professor. Someone cast a magic spell on you. A magic spell? On me, you say? Let me refresh your memory. You remember that witch that appeared when we were in Mr. Belduke's house, don't you? Indeed. So you're saying that was when a magic spell was cast on me? That's right. You were super golden and super shiny. Super shiny and golden. Most fascinating. Do you not remember any of that? Sadly, I do not. To tell you the truth, I have no recollection of what happened to me then. It seems I lost consciousness immediately after the witch appeared. And when I regained consciousness, I was already in this forest. Huh. So then, do you think maybe they carried you here after the trial? After the trial? Then that must mean... Yep, you are the unfortunate victim of the witchcraft in that trial, Professor. How extraordinary. Miss Faye, could you please bring me up to date on everything that has happened after my disappearance? What about Luke and Mr. Wright? Are they okay? I recall Luke and I heading to Sir Belduke's house. We thought that you and Mr. Wright were in danger. Yeah, I think they're alright. So much has happened. Where do I even start? Did I hear you correctly? You say that one of my arms broke off? Yep, the right arm, Snappo. And so, Miss Faye, you were charged with using magic? Yep, that's right. And then Luke cried his little eyes out, and then the powder on Luke's head testified its little beak off. That must have been quite the sight, but I must say, the situation has certainly piqued my interest. I see. My apologies, Miss Faye. Had I the strength at the time, I could have been of more help. No way, Professor! You saved me just a moment ago! And quite the close call it was. By the way, Miss Faye, why are you in this forest? That is a very good question. Nick managed to prove my innocence, but I still ended up being thrown into the fire. You were found innocent, yet still sent to the fire? Well, anyways, so much weird stuff has happened since then. It would seem so, yes. But it's strange. There must have been more into that cage I was trapped in. Like a trick or something. A trick? Yeah, the cage dropped down through the chamber and then came to a stop just above a wagon. That wagon was how I ended up here. It would seem there is more to that fire chamber than I originally thought. And when I saw those things, I tried to get away, but as you saw back there, they found me. I thought I was a goner. And this is when I appeared, is that correct? Yep, that's right. Is something the matter, Miss Faye? It's Nick. He must be worried sick. I mean, I was thrown into the fire right before his eyes. Yes, I'm also concerned about Luke. However, I believe Luke and Mr. Wright are certain to sense something is amiss and solve this mystery. We're sure to all meet up again soon. Yeah, you're right, Professor. I love this. For the time being, let's investigate this place as much as possible. I like the fact that they take the established characters and then just, poof, split them apart. Now you get this nice little interaction between the two. We had Luke and Maya, we've had the Professor and Phoenix, now we get Professor and Maya and Phoenix and Luke. I really like that, because it's just nice to see. Investigate, huh? Indeed, this forest appears to be full of secrets. First, I was turned into gold and awoke to find myself here. Then you, Miss Fay, were transported here from the courtroom under the illusion of having been put to the fire. Perhaps this forest... Oh! How'd they manage to find us so fast? What should we do, Professor? It appears they were lying in ambush. I'm afraid an altercation here is unavoidable. These guys look like they've been hitting the gym. They're a lot bigger than the others. Indeed. Leave this to me. Now please, step back, Miss Fay. Knock him into next week, Professor. Now just what is all the commotion? You were given a task to carry out, were you not? So, what exactly do you think you're doing? Answer me! Forgive us, oh great witch! What? That's the witch from the last time! What's she doing here? Now, isn't this a strange sight? Two visitors from the witch trials, a victim and accused. Strange indeed. Come again? It was your fault we were in these parts of the trial in the first place, you witch! My, this one has some fight in her. Relax. I do not plan to harm you two. This marks the third time we have met now. Tell me, what exactly are you planning? What? Professor, you two have met 3 times? Yes, I first met her in London, prior to arriving in Labyrinthia, of course. That's right. Now enough. Stand down. These two are considered guests. You are not to lay a finger on them. Is that clear? Make sure the rest of the Shades get that message. Shades? Are they these creepy people in the weird robes? Yes, mistress. As you command, O Great Witch. Great Witch? There is no need to be alarmed. You may relax. I'm afraid I cannot oblige, not as long as you are here. Tell me, what are you? You know, from what I hear, you're a big fan of solving puzzles and mysteries, are you not? Then, by all means, go ahead. You are free to investigate the Eldwitch Woods to your heart's content. The Eldwitch Woods? The answers to your questions are here. You're free to seek them. Then you do not plan on having us captured? You'll have to excuse the Shades' earlier behavior. They can be a bit overzealous at times. They were simply doing what was requested of them. Their task, as they call it. Anyone lost in these woods is to be made a member of the Shade family, as it were. A member of the Shades? What does that mean? Like I said, you should seek out the answers for yourselves. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have another engagement with a visitor of mine. A visitor? Until next time, Professor Herschel Layton. weird. So, Professor, the Great Witch they mentioned, I must be referring to her, right? She has to be Bizella. The Great Witch Bizella, if that woman were her, then that would make Eldwitch Woods the home of all witches. This just keeps getting curiouser and curiouser. So then that means that the Shades, or whatever, are witches? That is what we must find out. I believe there may be an important clue or two hidden within this forest. There must be some reason why this forest has kept a secret from the citizens of Labyrinthia. I also wonder why this Great Witch is simply allowing us to do as we wish. It is slightly concerning. Well, there's no point in looking a gift horse in the mouth. I say we take her up on our offer and check this place out. That way we'll rack up a ton of clues by the time we reunite with Nick. And since we'll be working together, I'll act as your temporary Luke. Right you are, Professor! Well done. Thank you very much, Miss Fay. Now then, let's begin our investigation. Yes, sir! Let's go, Professor! Ooh, the Shades Village to the east. But first, we have another mystery. And it is the storyteller solved. But also, the statue of the Professor. The storyteller. Espella's father, the storyteller, who writes the story that controls the fate of all Labyrinthians, considers the presence of the Professor to be a form of corruption. It would seem that the storyteller has removed me from the story. Where is this tale of his going? Golden Layton. It was none other than the Professor, having supposedly been turned into gold, who saved Maya from her fate. He says that he has lost consciousness after his confrontation with the Great Witch. A gold statue of me? That's something I would quite like to see with my own eyes. Okay, well, first things first, we gotta look around for some hint coins. Well, there's number 1. There's number 2. Number 3 is right next door. And remember, we got 4 on this one, and that one is right here in the middle. Now then, I guess we'll have to talk to the Shade. Do you have a puzzle for me? No, you don't. Wow. Excuse me. We wanted to ask you a quick question. Real quick. What exactly do you do in this forest? We live to serve the mistress and carry out her orders, her tasks. The mistress speaks, we obey. Tasks? Is that like your jobs? Yes, my task is to assist all newly initiated Shades. Assist newly initiated Shades? That must have something to do with what the Great Witch said earlier. Anyone lost in these woods is to be made a member of the Shade family. Although, my task is made much more difficult when they run away. Why do they always run away? But we will not chase after you again. It is the mistress's orders. I see. So you do everything the Great Witch commands? Hey, I bet you guys are always fighting over who gets the good tasks, huh? Who'd want to get stuck doing the Great Witch's laundry, huh? Seriously though, you guys were really close to turning me into a Shade earlier. I'm seriously glad the Professor came along when they did. Yes, well, I believe we have to move on to the next area. So let's go ahead and do that. 5 hint coins? Well, we've still got to search for that hidden puzzle at the very least, so now let's go looking for that. Oh, there we go, next to this pot here. You know, Professor, I was thinking, you said you woke up in the forest, right? The Shades were on me the minute I set foot here, but they never went after you. Why is that? That is true. I seem to recall waking up inside a cell of sorts. Did you just say a cell? How did you manage to escape? Fortunately, it was not a cell of the metallic variety, Miss Fay. Take a look over there. Do you see that entrance covered in vines? Oh, I get it. So you must have hacked and slashed your way to freedom, huh? Well, I wouldn't say I hacked or slashed anything as such. All it took was a single cut to unravel my way to freedom. Allow me to demonstrate. Ah, okay. What have we got here? Puzzle number 52. That's just vine. I get it, like, that's just fine, but vine. Alright, let's have a look then. A number of intricately woven vines have formed a fence blocking the professor's path. Simply by cutting just one of these vines should unravel the entire fence and clear a path. But which vine should be cut? Okay then. So, what we're gonna do is we are gonna go ahead and memo this. One of the things that's important is we're looking for the way that if everything's bound together, it's like a chain link. However, there's got to be something that's keeping them together. So, for example, if you have a chain of 3, which I can't show you with my fingers, if you get rid of the middle chain, you've broken apart. You've broken it apart. So you don't. So you've cut the chain. You don't have to do it on like the end ones. So what we're gonna do here is we are gonna go and we're just gonna loop around all of these individually, if I've got enough bloody colours. I don't think I have, but, well, you know how it is. Let's do that. Let's take this one, which goes around here, like so. And then this one, which is, by the looks of things, here, like so. Okay, now that's all of the ones on the left-hand side, and already we're seeing a pattern here form. And that's this big motherfucker right here. This son of a bitch seems to be intricately woven around every single other one, including itself, actually. So, by the looks of it, this big one in the middle has everything else looped into it. So, because of that, it doesn't really matter what all the others are connected to. If you get rid of this big one in the middle, I will still go through and we'll look at all of these, you can see that all of the others are connected to it, in at least one way. So that middle chain thing, like I was mentioning, you don't have to worry about all the other chains if you've only got, one that everything's connected to. Break that one, and everything else falls apart without much difficulty. So yeah, we do have enough colours as well, which is nice. So you can see this big one down the middle, everything else is connected to it, and it's connected to itself. So it's because it's looping into itself, break that one, and all of the others are just going to fall away to the side. Hopefully. That's the plan anyway. So it should be this one here.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills.
Aha! That's a fun one. That's a very vine puzzle. I liked it. Divine work. Cutting that vine made an opening big enough to walk through. Now then, shall we press on? Whoa! You showed that vine who's boss, Professor. A single precise cut is far more efficient than swinging around haphazardly. After I freed myself, I began to investigate the forest. Not long after that, I heard someone cry out. Yeah, you mean me? Right you are, Miss Fay. I'm glad you are okay. Uh-huh, and okay I was, good sir. So, I guess you're still in the middle of that forest investigation, huh? It would seem so. Shall we press on, then? Yeah, it's on now. I'm gonna cut these puzzles down to size with the power of my mind. Alright, well, now we go ahead and get to move on to where we have 5 in coins hidden, bloody hell. What do we got here? This is Shade Village. Do you think this is where the Shades live? It looks kind of like a village. It would appear so. They seem to lead a very simplistic life. But they look so magical and fantastical. I figured they lived somewhere way more, well, magical and fantastical. Now that you mention it, they don't appear to be capable of using magic, do they? I guess if they didn't, they'd only end up back at the witch trials. Remember, that may be the law within Labyrinthia, but the Great Witch rules this forest. It is doubtful that such a law would exist here. Oh, that's true. You think we should tell them to just let loose? I bet they have some really flashy spells. Let us focus our efforts on looking around the village first. There appears to be a path leading out on the other side, too. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we've got here then. Oh, well, you're hiring a hint coin, so we're going to pickpocket you. What have we got here? They've built a house up on the tree. How innovative. They must use a series of ladders to reach the top. I knew you were smart, Professor. You do not want to hear Nick's thoughts on ladders, trust me. The step ladders joke. Oh, I love it. Oh, the line about step ladders and... Oh, pink coin. This line about step ladders and ladders. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. What have we got? Oh, we got a hint coin here. Is the well or something we can look at? Professor, I'm happy to report that the Shades have mastered well-making technology. Indeed, this well reminds me of the feature of Labyrinthia. Perhaps they share the same source. Perhaps they do. Perhaps they do indeed. What do we got here? Flowers, nothing of relevance. Compared to the houses found in Labyrinthia, the Shades' dwellings appear much more primitive. Primitive? It doesn't look like they have indoor plumbing, Professor. That's worse than primitive. Well, now, be nice. Oh, third hint coin. We've got 5 of the bloody things to find. Oh, no, 1 more to find at the very least. Wood chopping. Anything else? What do you want? All I could do is carry out my tasks the best I can, and hope that one day I may be allowed to return to the town. Return? What do you mean? I am not too sure myself. It is something I was told when I arrived. The Great Witch keeps a record of all the tasks we successfully complete. Then, when our accomplishments outnumber our failures, she will consider returning us to the town. That is what I believe, and that is why I continue to toil away at my tasks. So, does that mean when these guys aren't witches? From the sounds of his voice, it would seem this particular shade is male. However, according to what you told me earlier, all witches here are female. So then, who exactly are these shades? Say, who are you? My, how very direct. A shade is a shade. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, that wasn't really helpful. Perhaps you can tell us what your particular task is. That I cannot tell you. Most shades' tasks are closely guarded secrets. Well, that's unfortunate. Anyway, we're still looking for 1 more bloody hint coin, I think. Anyway, let me check. Are we looking for another hint coin? I don't know. No, we're not! Oh, I got them all. Fantastic. I thought I'd missed one. Anyway, let's, what about you then? So, how's the task going? Working hard? Huh? Oh, task? Well, duh, of course we are. Speaking of which, what's your task? My task is to prepare food for everyone. I'm actually trying to come up with the menu for today. I wouldn't exactly call my cooking appetizing or edible, but I must do what our mistress commands. Remind us not to stop by for dinner. Did you say something? Me? No, not a thing. Hey, good luck. Try not to blow up the kitchen. Anyway, that appears to be everything we have here. So let's move on. Another 5? Really? Bloody hell. Right. Well, 5 shades. What the hell are they doing here? Fascinating. I would like nothing more than to examine that shrine, but I'm afraid we must hurry on. Yeah. Well, give me my hint coins. There's 1. Where's the rest? There's 2. There's number 3. There's number 4. Oh, right next door is number 5. So what is going on here? I'm terrible at my task. The worst. I'm even more terrible at following orders. One small misstep and I'll be my fault that we have a serious situation on our hands. I feel sick just thinking about it. A serious situation? What kind of task do you have exactly? I can't say. The only thing I can say is that I'm terrible at it. Why are you so nervous anyway? It's because she's watching. Always watching. She's just up there in her mansion and just keeps watching. Mansion? You mean the Great Witch lives nearby? On the other side of the river. It's quite far, but she can see our every move. So it's across the river then. Professor, we're sure to run into her again there. That's where she lives after all. The best course of action may be to try and make our way there. There are still many questions to be answered. Yeah, and we'll finally see if she's the real deal or not, right, Professor? That's right, Miss Faye. Let us make our way across the river. Okay, across the river we go. Oh, there we are. Ooh, nice area. Alright, what have we got here? 3 more hidden coins. Whoa! Check out that beautiful scenery, Professor! This is quite an open space, isn't it? Looking across the river, the Great Witch's mansion is slightly visible. Yeah, you can just about make out the roof from here. Hey, do you think the wall behind it could be Labyrinthia's outer wall? That is quite possible. Which would mean these Eldwitch Woods must be located directly outside Labyrinthia. Huh? But isn't that kind of strange? The people in Labyrinthia said that nothing exists outside of the town, didn't they? Yes, quite right. I too have heard the townsfolk make such assertions. In fact, the very gate we used to enter Labyrinthia disappeared as soon as we passed it. I believe there must be some kind of a trick behind it. Looks like we've quite a lot to discuss with little Miss Grey Witch, don't we? That we do. Let us continue, Miss Faye. Indeed, we will continue, but continue the video. No, we're not going to be doing that. Gotta save up the rest of that for the next time. So for now, we're going to go ahead and end things off. Next time, we'll be exploring more with the Great Witch. But for now, if you have enjoyed, do be sure to like, comment, subscribe for more, and to share this stuff so people know that it exists. My name has been Supersonic Blur. You guys have been a fantastic audience, and I shall see you all next time.